Hey folks, it's Patriot Nurse, and in today's segment we're going to discuss why Egypt matters. When we're looking at the globe and we're looking at some of the fundamental shifts that are happening from a power standpoint and certainly from a monetary standpoint, we need to take a special look at Egypt. This is very timely, this discussion right now, because there's a lot going on. What we need to understand about Egypt is that as far as relatively modern history goes, Egypt has been the most liberal, modern, Western-oriented nation that is primarily populated with a Muslim backing. And when we're seeing some of the things happen right now, especially with the Muslim Brotherhood and the clashes that are happening in the country, we need to take a special look at this, okay? Especially when we dissect what's happening to minorities in the country, namely the Coptic Christians, but others. Whenever you have violence in a country and minorities are targeted, churches are burned down, things like this, that's disconcerting. But what we really need to focus on right now is that this is happening in the most historically liberal and modern Muslim nation that there is. Also, when we go back about towards the late 50s, 1967, before the Six-Day War with Israel, Egypt under Gamal Abdel Nasser was this kind of shining bastion of forward-thinking Muslim thought and a very, from what we would consider in the West, a very modern nation. Some of the things that led up to the Six-Day War, well, I won't go into it, but you can find this out for yourself. The reason why we need to pay attention to this is because in addition to being a very telltale sign, Egypt is really kind of the canary in the coal mine. We already are having significant issues with Syria and with the civil war that's going on there. Unless Egypt is stabilized in pretty short order, we're looking at a civil war, legit civil war. Right now, it doesn't really qualify too well as a civil war because you don't have a divided military and two strongly opposed factions that are warring for control and dominance of a central government. But instability for sure is happening. Civil uprising and civil unrest is happening. We need to pay attention to this for many reasons, but the oil is another part of it, okay? There are many oil fields in close proximity to Cairo where a lot of the disruption is happening. But another reason we need to pay attention to this is because Egypt historically controls the Straits of Tiran. The Straits of Tiran are an entry point for shifts of goods on the waterways back and forth to Saudi Arabia, but also to Egypt and to Israel. So whenever you have a government that is compromised, taking care of and focusing on controlling issues at home, in civil unrest manifestation, their energies are going to be divided, and it is very easy for weapons to slip into the hands of people who have very specific stated goals towards targeting undesirables for sure. We also need to pay attention to what's going on back and forth with the Saudis and what they're doing and what they're transporting back and forth on those waters. We kind of give the Saudis a pass because they are buddy-buddy with a lot of the people in control, certainly in our government. But I would say it's a very fair assessment to reckon that so Egypt goes, so the region goes. We already have seen Syria be very, very unstable, but it has not limited itself just to Syria. There have been issues in Iran. There have been issues in Jordan that are not really getting the publicity that some of the other ones are, but they are still happening. They are still very much occurring. And then we've got issues with Egypt, clearly, and also with Lebanon on the northern border with Israel. So I guess this is sort of a warning and kind of a, hey, this is a yellow flag. We really need to watch this right now. When you're looking, honestly, at Israel's neighbors, it's not looking particularly good right now. And not from a standpoint of who's right and who's wrong, but of we've got some major regional instability, and it's probably not going to get any better. So pay attention. Pay attention to Egypt. So Egypt goes, so the region goes, in my assessment, in my reckoning. I could be wrong. Make your own decisions. There you have it. Hope it was helpful for y'all. Switching gears, I want to let you guys know about the upcoming Medical Prep 101 and 201 classes. I have a lot of locations that I'm going to in the next few weeks. Las Vegas, Yakima, Washington, Winston-Salem, Richmond, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, all at the website, www.thepatriotnurse.com. Check out the course descriptions, the classes, locations, and sign up today. Hope it was helpful for y'all. And for now, it's Patriot Nurse signing off, and I'll see y'all later.